Hello and welcome to DOTVPodcast. We are the Defenders of the Veil. It is Friday night, and that means it's time for Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. I am DM Ron. I am your Dungeon Master this evening, and I am joined by a few players. First up, we've got Rib Rob.
Hello.
And wait, hang on. Let me just make sure. Can you say hello again one more time, please?
Hello?
Awesome. I just want to make sure the mics are working fine. Everything looks like it's working fine. Okay, good. We also have David.
Hey, what's up, peeps? Hey, Ron, I got a question for you. Seeing as we're in the shadow of the Dragon Queen, can I make a stealth check, or is it heavily obscured?
I'll get back to you. We also have Lewis with us tonight.
Here I come to save the day.
And that will be it for this evening, most likely. We'll see. Maybe Ricky will drop in, but I do not think we will be joined by Brimble Silverquill this evening. That's okay.
I know we're like 2 minutes into the session, and I'm already sending the session sideways here. But every time he says, "Here I come to save the day," I think of the old Andy Kaufman bit where he plays the Mighty Mouse music and he only lip syncs to Mighty Mouse has come to save the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that completely checks out. That's probably the way he was going with that, to be fair.
Which is a little funny because I'm too young to remember Andy Kaufman, but I saw the movie, and that's where I got it from.
All right. Who would like to take us through what happened last time on Dragonlance?
Well, since Ricky volunteered me last week, Ricky.
Is Ricky on the way?
Ricky
No.
won't be here tonight, and that's right. You guys rolled for it last time, and Ricky got the natural 20, which is why he got the pick. So, I guess why don't you guys go ahead and roll then? Oh, that's what I forgot.
I see you're 9, and I raise you 7. In case you can't tell, I'm like a big fan of the game of Hearts.
Nobody's going to see us coming because we're all little people tonight.
All right. Okay, Rib Rob, would you please tell us what happened last time with that awesome 18 you rolled?
Yeah, if my headset will stop muting itself. There we go.
Haha, you're being punished for rolling high.
Dang it. Oh, man. Okay. So from what I remember, we trekked to the east to take care of some hobgoblins that were invading a farm. And then we what's the backpack thing called where we radio back to Calaman?
The Fargab.
That's
I
right.
should say
Fargab.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used that to talk to Darrett, and he said there was another group of Red Dragon Army soldiers a little further east. Excuse me. We debated a little bit on if we wanted to rest or go. We decided to just go. I believe we got there by nightfall, and we came across a group of Red Dragon Army soldiers and then took them out. and now we have one as a prisoner.
Okay. Yep. Pretty spot on there. You guys actually waited until dark to try and get the drop on the Dragon Army blockade disguised as travelers. You wanted to trick them, but Nibs was scouting ahead. While scouting, he was discovered, and the Draconians that were camping there quickly jumped to action. But yeah, you guys fought them, took them out pretty quickly. Peter managed to put one to sleep, and that's actually right where we are. So when we ended combat last time, like, that was the last round. Like, everything, the threat has decelerated. All of the Draconians are dead except for one that is asleep on the ground, and you just put that one to sleep. And Peter, you're aware of your spells and how they work, their durations and things like that. So you know that right now you have less than a minute to do something with this Draconian before it wakes up. And your time begins now.
First thing I do is start to tie up his hands.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, does anyone have rope?
Okay.
I don't think I have anything that would work as rope.
Hang on a second.
I think I have something in my pack here. Let me see what I can find.
Hang on, this is doing something wrong. There we go.
Will a broken wooden mug do any good?
Probably not.
Maybe not, but
So he
I
can stick
assume
it in his mouth.
Nibs has rope then, since he started tying up their.
I'm
hands.
going to take off his shirt and use his sleeves to tie his hands together.
okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
As a master of tying people up, don't ask questions, just accept it. I will find a way.
So the Draconian begins to stir. You've got it tied up. What do you... So, like, it starts to kind of just...
I'm going to make sure there's nobody else around. Holler if you guys need me. And I'm going to walk away.
Where is it? Oh.
Scout the local area to see if there's anything around.
You said he's starting to wake himself up?
Yeah, he's starting to wake up right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't my idea to take a prisoner, so you guys go with this. Go. If you need him to do something, let me know, because I've got command and suggestion. So it's on you, Rob.
Well, do we want to interrogate him now or just take him with us?
Let's interrogate him now.
All right. I'm gonna take water from my water skin and splash it on his face. Say, wake up.
What was that?
Oh. Does that mean I can't understand what he's saying right now?
Is he speaking Goblin?
No, he was speaking in common, but I have effects.
Mm.
Okay, well, nobody understood the damn thing he said.
I was afraid that might happen. All right.
What do you say? Sorry.
It's basically just, what do you want?
All right, let me get
Just-
my interrogation notes out. I'm gonna ask him, what were you guys doing here? What was your goal to be here?
You mammals don't frighten me. You don't know the might of the Dragon Queen.
I'm gonna. Well, he doesn't have a shirt now. I'm gonna pull him up. And I'm gonna use shocking grasp to send some surges of electricity down my arms into him.
Wakey wakey juice.
I'm gonna say, you see those two, and I point at Bannon, who just walked off, and Brimble. They're knights, right? They have some honor amongst them.
Oh, that reminds
I'm
me. I
not.
should put you guys.
So, if you want to walk away from this without your eyes popping out of their sockets, I suggest you tell us everything you know. And
Yeah,
another shot goes
those
off.
guys are really nice, good guys. We are not.
So, just a way to intimidate this fella.
Yeah, so you can make an intimidate check.
Nice. Where's my token? There it is. Check.
Should he be rolling at advantage because I am kind of helping him?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
I didn't even realize I was doing it until you said something about rolling, and I was like, "Wait, I'm helping him right now." It's kind of the unintentional help action.
Yep. So with advantage, that's a 19.
Okay. So what? So what are you trying to get from the Draconian here? Like, you just like start talking. Like, what do you want to know?
Well, the first question I asked was, what are you guys doing here? What is your goal in being here?
We are here by the Dragon Queen's will. And our goal is her goal.
Well, that was awfully vague. Would you care to be more specific?
Elaborate.
You know what, Mammal? If I knew more, I would tell you. But not even us Draconians know what exactly the Dragon Queen desires.
So how far up the chain of command are you? I mean, are we interrogating the bottom of the totem pole here, or where are you on the totem pole of this?
Totem pole. We serve the Dragon Queen.
I mean, I realize that, but are you like serving the Dragon Queen as a mushroom, or are you serving the Dragon Queen as like the top of the totem pole?
Whatever the Dragon Queen's will, it will be done. That's
How
what
many
we
more
do.
soldiers are nearby?
Who's your boss?
Yeah, that would be the next thing to ask.
Like direct boss. Like who is in between you and the Dragon Queen in giving orders?
There's one. There's one meatbag like you. human woman. Dragon High Master Consaldi Fire Eyes.
And where can we find them?
Oh, you don't want to find Consaldi Fire Eyes.
Do you have any more troops nearby?
No, this was it. What you saw here.
Okay. So I imagine you wouldn't know any of plans for future attacks then.
Our orders were to just cut off travel, cut off the supplies. That's what we do, at least being here.
Cut off supplies to where?
To Kalaman,
To
are you really that
Kalaman.
dense? Look around you,
Shocking
boy.
crap, this guy again. More lightning.
So since you're doing that, you're gonna have to make you don't really need to make an attack roll, but roll some damage.
I got you. Will it do it if I just click this?
It'll probably do the spell. Oh wait,
5
well
lightning.
that's fine. So you can apply that to them. Magic user, huh? Yeah, maybe there's something you can learn from this after all. Something about me and my brethren. As you can see, some of my cousins turned to stone. Some of them control the minds of others. Some of them will steal the forms of the enemies they've killed. And then there's other Draconians. Draconians that can cast spells. And as the Draconian says this, he suddenly begins to double in size.
Oh, fun.
Which will snap snap his bonds as he grows, and everyone can roll initiative.
Which is his own shirt, I want to point out.
He's hulking out. Nothing but shorts. Okay. Where's my character sheet? I want this. I forgot to ask at the beginning because I meant to. I was going to ask if he had any spellcasting focuses on him, but it's a little late for that.
Clearly the answer is yes.
Well, it could be innate spellcasting.
Yeah, I was going to say, he is tied up and he's casting spells. As a spellcaster, you guys would probably both be... would both realize that he doesn't need components for his spells. And... looks like we're just waiting.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
Yeah. Alright. So let me just...
You're giving him a surprise. Okay, good. Let's say you're giving him a surprise round only because he rolled a 1.
Now we're on round 6.
No, that's what I wanted to go back into. Okay, Bannon, you are up first. Oh, you know what? Let me roll for Brimble real quick here, since he would still be nearby. Maybe. There it is. You got a 15. Okay. Alright, Bannon, go ahead. So where is Bannon?
I am way up here because I was trying to walk away from the situation, knowing these people aren't going to do the same thing I'm going to be doing. So,
Alright, let me find you.
you know, just in case.
Let me bring out.
I would be far, but not too far. I'm way up at the top part.
Yeah.
Top of the map.
Oop, I wasn't over enough. There we go.
So I'm still paying attention, but I'm not paying attention. So I'll probably see him growing. Correct?
Yeah, you would see that. It is. I mean, the lighting isn't that great. The moonlight is not very bright.
But there's
and you're getting some
light coming from the
firelight.
firelight.
Yeah. Do you have the
You can
tent
see
that's
him from
kind
where I'm
of?
at.
But yeah, I think you would notice.
Maybe heard some limbs cracking as he grew bigger, like some twigs on the ground.
40, 5, 10, 15, 20. Alrighty, so Tassie double runs and gets there. I'm like, oh, no, you don't. Oh, yes, you do.
Ooh. Yep. All right. So with an 8 is not going to hit the large draconian.
But I will. It's stupid, but I'm doing it anyway. Mother, the same size last night. As I told.
Ooh.
So he has it's a DC 13 for attack me.
Wisdom
Oh,
save. And that's a 21 for the wisdom save.
Yeah, so he can attack me whenever he wants to.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Nibs, as he grows, is going to go, hey, wait, don't do that. Grovel instead. And I'm going to cast Command.
Alright, and what kind of save is that?
Wisdom save. If he fails a save, he falls prone and ends his turn. On his turn, he falls prone and ends his turn.
Alright, wisdom 13. I think he got it.
Yeah, DC's 13.
Okay. So the draconian kind of
And
sneers
Nibs
at you.
and Nibs confident that his spell works because I don't know until his turn. Yeah, he won't do the thing until his turn, so I don't know.
And spiritual weapon would be gone. Okay.
So Nibs, confident that his magic is working, is going to move forward to provide flanking for his party mate.
Should I move up next to
Yeah, you should probably
the
be
Draconian? Because I was like
here.
hands on with this guy.
Yeah, you would have been there or there.
And I don't know why it felt the need to post command
I
3
can do
times.
Okay. Are you done, Nibs?
Yes, Nibs is confident that this is going to work.
Alright. Brimble, I mean, he'd be there, he would have seen this, but at the same point, he was probably, you know, to be fair, he would have been walking away with, or maybe, he probably would have been walking away with Bannon, so he would have been up further, so I don't want to do too much with Ricky's character with him not here, so we'll just have him move up, be like, hey, what's going on? It's like, oh crap, he's got big! And maybe, what does he have? What's his... Guiding Bolt's a leveled one.
Sacred Flame?
No, or if he does, it's not linked.
Toll the Dead?
You know what, maybe he doesn't. I thought he had a cantrip.
Well, knowing how he was originally a pacifist type person until Carrie Jola told him to smite, he may not have any cantrips that are damaging.
Yeah, he may just be all, I don't need damaging cantrip. I have a weapon.
Mm. Well, his sheet doesn't want to load for me right now anyway, so... Alright, then we'll just end his turn then. Peter, what are you going to do with this Draconian suddenly growing right in front of you?
Let's see. Let's shatter his bones. And cast shatter. Okay. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
He does have Toll the Dead. I don't know why it didn't show up in his token actions.
Oh, 10-foot radius. Maybe not.
You can do
aim
like
it.
down here to where it only gets.
Yeah, he can also aim it up. Yeah, down in this corner over here somewhere, and you can nail it and only get him.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to put it in the same.
Of course, you'll also
easy.
shatter the trees around it, but whatever. Collateral damage and all.
Yeah, alright. Shatter. Shatter them bones. And roll 3d8.
That's what she said.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Each creature must make a Constitution save.
He turns into stone. Does that impose disadvantage?
So you got a 16 on the save.
Ah, damn it.
Stop making the saves.
He's like
6 or
just
7.
barely getting them. So let's see.
Half of 13.
Yeah, if you roll it off the thing. So, okay, making me do math instead of just
So
being able to
there's-
use my buttons.
It's 6 or 7.
Yeah, I got
Depending,
it.
I forget if we round up or down.
Okay, anything else, Peter?
I think that's it. Oh, do I still have Expeditious Retreat? When did
You technically haven't stopped concentrating on it, I think, and it lasts for like 10 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, so I guess I still have it. Um, but I don't have a way to disengage, so I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, the Draconian will get to go. Yeah, and this Draconian is... So, my map isn't big enough, but the Draconian is taking a disengage action, and then it's going to take the dash... disengage is an action. It can't take the dash action, but it's going to move its full speed of 30 feet, and it's trying to run away. Is anyone going to pursue?
Oh, really?
I'm gonna shoot him with a pew pew.
Okay. So, Bannon, you would get to go first. With Tassie, you have plenty of speed to catch up to him, so why don't you just tell me, what do you do?
Fuck. 2 for 9. Whoops. 22 for... Yeah. Oh, that's good. 22 for 9.
Oh, 22 for 9. If I was Ricky, I'd be really mad right now.
He had exactly 9.
Because he had exactly 9 hit points. Alright, Bannon, since you are now the only creature... Well, you and Tassie, I should say. When you land this blow, this killing blow into this Draconian, like, you immediately pull your hoopak back. You're expecting it to turn to stone. But that doesn't happen. Instead, the scales and flesh immediately shrivel away, and the bones explode. So you have to make a dexterity... you and Tassie have to make dexterity saving throws or take some force damage.
Nope, for me.
Those bones are rattled.
Well, random little thing. Doesn't he take half damage on a successful save on the shatter?
Yeah, he did take half.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he was already down a lot because you guys had to get him down a lot to get him to fall asleep.
I don't know why I just now thought of that. Leave me alone.
It's all good.
Okay, so we both take damage.
All right.
14 damage. 14 damage.
Yep, 7. So you both take 7 force damage. And with that, combat will once again come to a close.
Well, at least we got a little bit of information.
Do I in his shattered bones, do I find anything on his shattered bones?
Taking prisoners never works the way players think it should. That's why I don't take prisoners. I just kill them all and move on.
Okay, so, like, on the Draconians themselves, well, obviously most of them turned to stone and have since turned to dust. This one exploded, so there's not really, a lot there to go off of. But in the tents, you're able to gather up all of their, like, going through all the stuff that they have there, and you're able to... They've accumulated 120 steel pieces, and there's 60 days worth of rations.
Nibs is going through the rations, going sweet snacks, and he's gonna have a snack.
How many days of rations?
60.
$59. Thank you very much. Nibs is having one right now. It's a snack.
There is also a small glass globe or orb or ball. Is kind of like off to one side, like in a chest with all this stuff. It's a small sphere. It's a small sphere. It weighs about a pound.
Say, can I take a look at that?
Ooh. I think I know what this is.
Yeah, you can take a look at it, Peter.
Snap. Peter wants to see if he can figure out what it is. Just using an Arcana check.
All right, go for it.
If I'm allowed to. Okay.
Guidance.
Check. Arcana. And then how do I...
It would be +2 on this one, so you got a 15.
Yeah. Nibs is adding +2 to it.
From guidance. Yeah. So while you're looking over this thing, you see like an arcane sigil on it, and it's a word. And when you say the word, which, you know, I don't care, it's going to be Shirak or Shirak, Shirak.
Okay.
There's a nod to all my Dragonlance fans out there. When you say that word, the globe, the orb, immediately begins to glow, and it emanates. And we can get past all the pomp and whatnot. It is a drift globe. We can show
Nice.
that. And
wow, pretty.
that's what it looks like.
Nice.
And then
Way to make my dancing lights obsolete now.
well, not entirely, but
No, I'm kidding. That's awesome. Okay.
You see, what I failed to say about the drift globe is when it gets close to halflings, it explodes.
If it gets to what? It explodes?
If it gets close to halflings.
Oh, shit.
Dragonlance never had to worry about that before because there's no such thing as halflings.
okay. And so that is a drift globe. It is giving off light.
Nice. Just gonna hot potato it between all of us.
And
It's gonna explode.
it could also do daylight. You see how that lights up everything more. I don't know if the stats showed up on it when I showed the handout.
Oh, excuse me. It did. I just now saw it.
Awesome. But yeah, and so now you've got a drift globe. Yep.
Does anyone in particular think they need this globe? Or just want it?
it's magic, so I figured that magic people would want to use it.
Yeah, it doesn't require attunement, I don't think. So
And it don't take magic users either.
yeah. So I mean, anyone can use it. Literally, no one in the party has dark vision.
Peter does have dancing lights though, so he doesn't.
I'll take it. I'll
Okay.
take it because I have no way to have dark vision work on. No, Nibs is walking around with a torch.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead and take it then.
Unless he'll allow minor illusion to generate light, I'm walking around with a torch.
You got a drift globe. And it's in everyone's journal, but Nibs, you can actually control it. All right, so oh,
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if anyone was writing down the amount of steel and rations we found.
Yeah, I got that.
Cat in the chat. Sorry, I haven't been watching the
What's
chat.
up, Cat? Okay. How much steel did we find?
120.
Oh shit! Nice. Very cool. All right.
Okay. So, you guys have spent 6 hours traveling this day. You know, it's it's nighttime now. Bannon isn't looking too great. There's a camp right here that you could use. If the Draconian was honest, you don't have to worry about enemies nearby. Otherwise, you could return back to the farmhouse. It's about an hour away.
I say we just steal their camp.
Yeah. Did the farmhouse have beds? Or was it just empty?
No, I mean there were beds, but shit was broken.
Might as well stay here. Oh, we might want to say something on the far gap.
You're too far out.
Yeah, about to say we have to travel some for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
I was gonna say you try to get through, but there's just nothing but static.
I'm not getting any cell reception.
Can you hear me now?
I've got 0 bars right now.
0. All right. How's what are you guys gonna do for camp? I mean, the camp is set up obviously, but I mean, who's gonna doing watches?
I'll do the first watch.
Okay.
Me and Tass.
I'll do the mid watch.
I guess Peter's doing the early morning, or late
I
night.
get my spell slots back on a short rest, and I have over my maximum hit points, so it's not like it's a bad thing that I'm taking the mid watch.
Okay. Yeah. Peter, go ahead. Or no, I'm sorry. Bannon, go ahead and make a perception check.
You're such a good doggy. Yes, you are. You're such a good doggy. You're supposed to be more fierce.
He's all check it out. I have shoes.
I mean, it checks out.
I mean, I've never noticed how awesome my shoes look on my feet until now.
All right.
I love the person notices their own feet.
Pretty much. Okay, so, Bannon, nothing noteworthy happens during your watch. So, a couple hours into it, you go and wake up Nibs.
Yo, Nibs. Time to wake up so I can go to sleep.
Do you come with a snooze button?
Oh.
I sure do. I tap to hit him upside the head with the scoop pack. There you go.
Fine, I'll get up.
Well, there you go. There you go.
You doing anything particular on your watch, Nibs?
Nope.
All right, go
Just
ahead.
gonna sit around and watch the fire.
Cool. Make a perception check, please.
Not even gonna do the whole. I use guidance every 6 seconds to keep it going.
'Cause after a while, you get bored with it.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
I got 12.
Okay.
Anything to allow me to post the little guy flipping you off.
See, why will the halfling thing not work on this thing anymore?
I don't know. It doesn't work in any game that I'm in. And I even got paranoid and would get before sessions go check to make sure you guys weren't didn't have button clicked, because I was worried about players cheating and having that option of ticked. But it doesn't work, so who cares?
All right. So nothing really strange happens around you at all, but
But inside you.
But inside you.
inside
Remember that
you.
ration you ate earlier? It was a mimic. Rolled initiative.
Yeah, you remember that? Do you remember that rash? No.
Mimic rations.
Do you remember having an item? A small token or keepsake or something along those lines.
Yes, I remember us speaking of this before the sessions began, the campaign began.
So this object, it's something you kind of fiddle with sometimes when you're bored, when you're on watch, you're not doing anything else, and you notice tonight while you're handling it, you've been handling it, but it feels very cold.
Oh.
But nothing else really happens, just something there's an interaction with that, but this object is a little weird, but you already knew that.
Interesting.
But yeah, the rest your watch is otherwise uneventful. Okay. Yeah, your watch is otherwise uneventful.
Completely random object, right?
That is. It's definitely not what I had in mind, but okay. As your watch comes to a close, you are able to go over and start rousing Peter to get up and take his watch.
He'll get a little shock of electricity.
Like,
Just some leftover static.
like,
No, I was.
sorry.
Nibs wouldn't do that. He would use shape water to splash water on you, but only on your head.
Ah. What'd you do that for?
I had to make sure that you were wide awake and wouldn't fall back to sleep.
Cause just woken me up. All right.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he gets up and starts keeping watch. Maybe like reading his spell book.
And
A little
Nibs
bit.
is going back to sleep.
Okay. Peter, go ahead and make a perception check, please.
All right. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Noticing so many things.
Nailed it.
No, but
95% of my characters are perception-based characters. Ben's not one. Apparently, none of us are perception-based.
I know it's kind of fun.
I never take perception based stuff because it's so handy. I figure everybody else is gonna take it, and it's being redundant for me to have it. So never ever count on my characters being perceptive.
But so tell me a little bit about your spell book, Rib Rob. Is this in the same spell book that you were probably given? It was probably gifted to you by your mentor. Either that, or is it the new spell book that you got from the barb during the Night of the Eye?
Oh, I didn't know he had two.
Well, obviously the one from the Night of the Eye is going to be blank until you start putting stuff in it.
Oh,
So,
I got you.
but you've had it for a bit now. I don't know which spell books you've been filling out exactly.
I don't know.
And I mean, it's not like it's super important, until like someone steals your spell books or something. But no. I was just more curious because, like, I'm picturing Peter's kind of going over his spell books and maybe not so much doing the memorization thing as he's kind of like looking at the open spaces and like, oh yeah, that'd be a great. I know exactly what spell I'd put there, or just kind of plotting it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just figuring out where he's going to put his new spells and like maybe studying up on some new stuff.
Right. And then your watch will be uneventful as well. Nothing comes out, creeps out in the middle of the night. Oop, not that one. So you do that. There we go. All right. And it is the next morning.
All right.
Yeah, so yeah, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. Peter, I'm not 100% sure, but I do think you lose your arcane ward.
Yeah. I forgot what the thing is, but I'm like the condition, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
I think it was shield maybe, or mage armor. or something.
No,
Yeah,
the shield is beige armor.
Yeah.
I meant like the condition for it going away. I think it has like a time limit.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours or something, I think.
Mage armor has a spell duration of 8 hours.
Yeah, mage armor does, but I'm talking about the his arcane ward as part of his wizard study.
Do I have this flag for a reason?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's your
inspiration.
inspiration.
Ah, okay. All right.
Let's see, Brimble would get his long rest too. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right.
I need to click the long rest button.
So yes, it is the next morning. Oh, here, I should fix. So it's a daytime here now.
Loving the ambient music. It's so peaceful.
Yeah, forest, daytime. It's relaxing. All right, you guys are about 20 miles east of Calaman. You know that once you are within 18 miles, you will be able to report back with the Fargab if you want. Otherwise, traveling at a normal pace will get you home in just under 7 hours. Traveling at a fast pace, is that 4? Will get you home in 5 hours.
Nice. I just realized we forgot our horses before we camped.
Well, I would have assumed we wouldn't have forgotten about them.
Yeah, like you.
Oh, I got you.
You would have just left your horses up at the road.
Oh, we're not.
I say we just take normal pace.
Yeah, I don't think we're in a rush.
Yeah, and if you go at a rush, if there is anything dastardly along the way, you're gonna have disadvantage finding it. So.
Oh, like it's gonna matter.
Yeah.
We
I
could have
suppose.
advantage and still not find it.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, but once we get within 18 miles, we're going to call them up and go, hey, yeah, trouble. We got them again. They're trying to block off our trade routes. They're dead. They got big and blew up. Didn't feel good.
They also told us about someone.
And I hand the far gap to him to let him finish talking.
They also told us that they take some orders from someone called Consaldi Fire Eyes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Supposedly. But the rest, a lot of it was.
You know
fake
what we
bullshit.
failed. You know what we failed to do entirely that entire time.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say this, and Ron's gonna go, "Damn, he's right. They didn't." Awesome. We failed to do a single insight check.
Oh no, that's why I stated I hate not being there because I was so like insight. I'm like, I'm not over there. I can't say anything.
I mean, to be fair, Nibs has an intelligence of 10, so he's not exactly the brightest tool. He's an average intelligence person. But I'm only getting a +1 on insight, so it's not like it's something I'm good at.
Honestly, I forgot insight was a thing. I also figured that this guy is a low-level grunt that just
And
takes
he's always
orders.
going to tell the truth.
I figured that he was definitely a mushroom and we weren't getting anything useful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still.
Got one useful bit. Just the name.
Well, and some of them blow up into bone pieces, and some of the dragon, I believe he said draconians is what he called himself.
Hmm.
But he said that some of them can take the shape of the last person they killed.
This
So
is true.
that's oh whoa.
Yeah, I heard that and I was like, oh my god. So gotta be careful about that. Need to make sure no one's using magic to disguise themselves, or if that would
We're
even
killing
like
people to disguise themselves.
if that would even like trip someone's magic sense. I don't know.
Ugh.
But
Well-
yeah, that's pretty much what we say.
All right, so there's some other officer on the other end of the far gab this morning. It's like, oh, okay, we'll let the commander know. Just go ahead and report back. Yeah, we'll see you when you guys get back.
But we are reporting back, like right now, so we don't have to see you.
I don't make up the rules, man. It's just that whole chain of
Unfortunately,
command
neither
thing.
do I.
Look, the boss wants us in the office to work. Okay? No more remote far gab work.
All right. So you guys are traveling back to Calaman, and you're just taking it sort of in a relaxing way. And yeah, you travel like most of the day. You take a break for a lunch and probably some secondsies or things at various points. And you're maybe, I don't know, maybe 3-4 miles outside of the city when on the horizon you see, actually, everybody make a perception check.
When you see nothing, absolutely fucking nothing.
I got a 13. You would have seen, but seeing as you guys can't roll anything, don't worry about it. Proceed with caution.
Ah,
That was
there
me,
we
damn
go.
it.
There you go.
You rolled good.
You guys rolled great. Yeah, so you're a few miles outside of the city, and you notice there's a small group of armed soldiers. They're marching toward Calaman. Now they're maybe, I don't know, like a mile or so southwest of you, so they're kind of coming from a different direction. But one thing to note is they're not wearing the colors of Calaman, which are blue and gold, or the colors of the Dragon Army, which is black and red. What would you like to do?
Change course and meet up with them before they get to the city.
I'm gonna use the Fargab. Just say, are you guys expecting any visitors? Do we recognize their colors?
No, they don't really. They don't appear to be wearing like they don't appear to have colors. There's no like,
Okay.
but you radio in. Essentially, it's like, yeah, we're not expecting anyone other than you guys.
Well, you got company.
All right, Roger that. Keep us informed.
I don't know. What else should we say?
Well, I mean, if they become hostile, you know, or just let us know as the situation progresses.
Yeah, basically go find out what's going on and let us know, which is what
Let's go find out what's going on.
like this
Yeah, let's
Banner was
go.
already doing as you're talking on Brimble's back, and I took off.
So, yeah, you start to draw near. You draw closer, I should say. And you can tell, even from a distance, that these soldiers are exhausted. They've recently seen battle. Are you trying to be stealthy or anything as you approach, or?
No,
Okay.
I'm going.
No, we're
I'm
going
not
to approach as large and in charge.
as large as in charge, not looking threatening, but on the ready.
Okay. So, as you're approaching, they notice you. Their leader puts up an arm, calls their men to a halt, and begins to approach you by themselves. And as this person draws nearer and nearer, even, you know, I'd say it's probably what, late afternoon, so you still got daylight. You quickly recognize Cudgel Iron Smile.
Iron Smile.
And when she realizes that it's you guys, the look of relief on her face, like, this is a dwarf, she probably hasn't smiled in days. But she is beyond thrilled to see you, and like, she's like, boys! And she starts rushing up, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys survived the evacuation. Oh, tell me what's been going on."
We're working with Calaman, trying to help the refugees. Former mayor are in the northwestern outskirts of town. They're there, they're safe. But we ourselves are working with the city, trying to find out more about what we now know. I'm talking to one of these guys, are Draconians. Strange name for it. But
I would agree.
we fought a lot, killed a lot, been blown up a lot. I mean, been blown up on a lot by them blowing up. And we're going back to town.
Oh, good. Well,
Yep.
did Jayev ever make it back to you? Jayev was her lieutenant, who
That's a yes, right? The one who had the
helmet.
yeah. Yes, he's in. He's with the refugees.
Okay, good. I was worried he wasn't going to make it. We didn't all make it, and like, by this point, like, she had kind of gestured for like her men to start approaching, and they come near, and you might recognize one or two of the mercenaries, just, you know, from when you saw them back in Vogler.
But we do not see what's her name, right?
You do not see Becklin. Afraid the old girl didn't make it. But she died defending our retreat. She died doing what she loved, defending her honor. And I think it's the least that me and the boys can do to make it up for her. So, you say you guys have been working with Calaman's military?
Yep, Derek's basically our liaison with them.
Yeah, we're killing it. They are so impressed with us.
Listen, I'd
Definitely
It-
killing a lot of Dragonborn, or not Dragonborn, Draconians.
well, listen, lads. I would
King
consider
Turtleborn.
I'd consider it an honor if you could put in a word with whoever's in charge there, because me and the boys we're ready to fight. We've got some information too.
Why don't you come with us?
Well, yeah, that's where we're headed. We, after the invasion, we kind of took a roundabout way of, making it back here to Calaman. But we encountered some of the Calaman scouts, and turns out these Dragon Army forces they're splitting their focuses. They're splitting to attack communities across Hinterland and Nightland. And they seem pretty intent on isolating Calaman from Malgoth and Palanthas. Which,
Well, we seem pretty intent on making sure they don't do that. So we're gonna win.
well, all right then. Yeah, let's get back to the city and. Yeah, it'd be good to rest and get off the road.
Peter, Fargab will let them know what's going on and who to expect us. Brimble will heal who he can if there's anybody drastically injured, so he will help with that.
Okay.
I'm going to take the rear, and I'm actually going to stay back probably about 60 feet back behind him, watching, making sure nobody's coming up from behind him, and then we'll go.
Yep, Peter goes ahead and calls in that we have some friends coming to say hi, I guess.
Okay. If it's Derek you get, he's thrilled to learn that Cudgel's alive and coming back. If you mention Cudgel by name. Okay, so you guys, you return to the city. You're able to pass through the gates. The guards open. It's headed right to the castle. What are we doing?
I'm heading right to the castle.
Yeah, I imagine they want to hear from us. So.
Like I own the place.
Okay.
I am curious what their interest is in Calaman, unless it's like just a strategic one or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say at this particular moment.
They think that we would be able to help all these other people. So
Mm-mm.
they're not help from the big army.
But so you guys are able to you return to Calaman. You return to report to Marshal Vendry. You're able to tell her what had happened. She gives you each a bonus of 100 steel pieces.
Each?
Ooh,
Each.
wow.
Due to, because of all the hard work you guys have been putting in and this information that you brought back with Cudgel.
How many people came back with Cudgel?
About a dozen, maybe two, somewhere between there.
Okay, I will give each of them two steel pieces.
Okay. And
So I'll
then
say 2 dozen.
and then everyone can level up to 5.
Oh snap!
Oh, it's on now because I'm been looking forward to 5th level. I
I'm
get
Same
2
here.
pews.
I'm sure you have. So, we are going to take a short break here, IRL, on stream. That's going to let us go do a little stretchy. It'll let our players level up their characters. And when we get back, we're going to be 5th level.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
There we are. Hello, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around while we were taking a short break. Our players, well, most of them, have leveled up to 5. That will be updated on their cards next time we play. But yeah, we are back in the city of Kalaman, and I was telling the players during the break that on top of the monetary reward and stuff that they just received, they also received a few days off where they don't have to worry about anything, so like, work-wise at least, so they can pursue downtime activities. So most of the downtime activities in I'm going off of Xanathar's guide since that's more in depth, but a lot of the stuff there is like it takes at least a week to do. I'm not really too worried. I mean, I guess it depends on what you guys want to do. I know that there has been talk about scribing some scrolls, which I think we've got the time to do it, and we should have the monetary cost covered at this point. I know that... Peter, did you ever get your pearl? Have you gotten your pearl yet? I know you've been looking for one.
I have not. Not yet.
So I know you've got enough money for that now, I believe. You just need one that's worth 100 steel, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now it would be when you'd be able to find that. If there's anything else you want to check out, because, I mean, you guys haven't really done much. Maybe you visited the harbor once, but you have different ships coming in all the time. But it's up to you guys. How would you like to spend your next few days off?
Okay.
I can scribe scrolls for him. You said first and second level. I've got command and suggestion that are wizard spells at that level.
Although those are your only wizard spells, okay. Command.
Now, if we got the downtime before, I would have had Misty Step for you.
I got you. Yeah, either of those will work. I've finished
Take your
leveling
pick.
up. Okay. I finished leveling up, but I'm not sure about my spells. I might swap them out later if that's all right.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
Well, you have access to 3rd level spells now, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should probably at least kind of pick that one. Like, get your spells picked if you need to do a swap.
I
Actually, I don't
haven't
think...
had enough time to consider
Wizards can't swap their spells.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's not a wizard thing. But you get...
No, when he gains 5th levels, he gets to pick 2 spells.
Yeah, what I was saying is I picked my level up spells, but I'm not entirely sure about them. Anyway, we could talk about it later. It's
Okay.
fine. Let's see, command or suggestion. I guess I'll go for command.
All right, so I'm gonna spend a day and scribe a scroll for command for him.
Okay, almost there.
And then
where is it? Research.
now you're footing the bill for this, not me. I'm just being nice to do this.
All right.
Yeah, I could do that.
So command is a 1st level spell, correct?
Yes.
So that takes 1 day and costs 25 steel worth of materials.
Okay. I will give you that 25. And then I believe it's like, what, 50 for me to learn, right?
I think it's 50 for you to put it in your spellbook.
Yeah.
Unless it's the type of wizard you are. I don't even know what subclass wizard you are.
Abjuration.
Abjuration, that's weird. People typically don't play Abjuration.
A tanky wizard. I could take a hit.
No, command's enchantment, so it's going to cost you 50 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I think the conjuration one is the one that you can teleport and switch spots with people.
Yeah, and like make small objects and other stuff.
Everybody always plays either divination or evocation, and they don't really play much else.
Well, since
I say this, and there's two people in this podcast that are both playing necromancers.
Since
All
it's
right.
such an easy spell, there's not really any risk of Nib screwing it up.
Oh no,
Just
this is
for a bit.
Nibs. He will find a way.
If you really want to, roll a percentile die.
No, I was just joking.
But yeah, anyways. So yeah, you can do that.
There, I rolled 5 percentile dice.
Ease. You
How
almost
did
failed
I
on the
roll
first one.
How do I fucking roll 5 percentile dice and it still only adds up to 226? Those are some bad rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, and you were
But-
almost rolling
Yeah,
them in sequence.
Yeah.
Last two.
But you did get a 69, which is nice.
Exactly. Very nice. How do I add a spell if I'm not leveling up?
You just drag it onto your character sheet out of the compendium.
You just add it from the compendium.
Yeah, just type it in the compendium, get it, drag it, drop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'll have to look. I'm not 100% on actually scribing scrolls into the spell book. That's the one thing I did not look into. But
I believe it consumes the scroll, but I could be wrong.
It
no,
does.
yeah, I'm sure it
Yeah.
consumes the scroll. I'm just not sure of the time and materials involved. I'm sure it's
Oh, that should be under the wizards stuff.
yeah. Just like I said, I didn't actually look at that stuff, but
I'll find it.
okay, yeah. While you do
I'm
that,
hungry, but no, I'm gonna look for this instead.
you do that, please, thank you. And Bannon, what is there anything Bannon is going to be doing?
He is keeping up goodwill with our, well, not with our people, but with the people of
Oh, they're your people at this point.
with our people, just up there, goodwill, telling stories, whatever, helping them, picking up their spirits.
All right. I think
There is no check or nothing that needs to be done. It just takes 2 hours and 50 gold.
okay. Only 2 hours. Wow. Is that like 2 hours per spell level or?
No, just 2 hours. And 50 gold. It doesn't matter what level. There it is, right there. Everything you need to know.
It takes into account the level.
Nope, it's right there.
Oh,
Oh, for each level of the spell,
There
the
you
process
go.
takes 2 hours and 50 gold.
Being a first level spell, that's 2 hours and 50 gold is what it would cost for Peter to put that in his spell book. So there's not quite a day and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Bannon's keeping up with his people outside of the town. Brimble, who really knows?
He's healing. He'd be spending his time healing these people that we just brought in, and if any other people from the castle need healing, and trying his best to get his plate mail.
Yeah, but let's see. So, let's see how many days actually do pass. Alright. It's gonna be 4 days. Alright, Nibs.
See, and it's so funny too. It's like we could say, we almost had your plate mail, but Bannon rolled a really low roll, so you didn't get your plate.
Alright.
Sad. I couldn't have even done a 3rd level spell if I wanted. Not quite enough gold.
So that brings today the 23rd. Oh. Everybody, well, we'll have to remind Nibs when he gets back, but everybody gets 5 steel as part of your weekly wage.
Yeah.
So I'll put the 105 on Brimble's sheet, but I won't touch the what you got from the Draconians. But his wage and the bonus, I'm gonna put that on his sheet for him right away.
Speaking of, did we split up the steel we got from the Draconians?
We will be. Let's see here. So 120, so it's 30 apiece. That's from that first one.
Did you say how much did you say a piece?
It'll be 30 apiece from this last one that we did.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, well, I'll put that 30 on Brimble's too, since I'm still waiting for it to open. So 2... Ooh. Okay.
And I do know of the 3rd level spells, Peter is definitely taking sending. He's going to be planning on contacting his master at some point after Rob figures out what he's even going to say.
You're taking sending?
Yeah.
David's probably over there, like, ripping his hair out, like, why aren't you taking Fireball?
He is taking. First of all, I believe he is taking Fireball. Second of all, I have Fireball, and we have the spell scroll planned for that.
Okay.
No, I just don't understand why he's taking sending when they gave us sending stones.
You have a far gap with a range of 18 miles.
Yep, and the other person has to have it. Peter wants to talk to somebody who doesn't have one.
Okay. Ooh, I get to add. I get to add more art to this art loop above my camera feed soon. That's gonna be fun too.
Ooh.
All right. So, the 4 days or so pass, by rather uneventfully. Bannon, I'm gonna work out some kind of a boon that like sort of like how you get like the relationship boon in Strixhaven.
Yeah.
And I try to figure out something like that with the village children.
Make the children fight for me.
Oh boy.
Since that spell scroll thing didn't take up all of Peter's time, he definitely does want to visit them at the very least. And like, I don't know, say hi and
Okay.
some dancing lights to let the children play with.
All right. Very cool.
Feel bad Peter hasn't been around there very much.
See, and then Nibs shows up and is like, oh, play with these dancing lights and cast fireball.
Oh no.
Nibs gets his spell slots back on a short rest. I can be very wasteful with my spell slots if I want.
That's terrible.
So yeah, that is something he would do. Like, hey, check this out. You made bright lights. I can make bright lights too. Boom.
Oh my. Oh boy. Okay. Well, so it's been a few days. It's morning. You guys are in your quarters inside the tower. Yeah, I guess it's a tower basically. And there's a knock at the door. Hey
It's
guys.
most gracious, dude.
Hey. Yeah, good morning. Verily. How is everyone this fine day?
Verily, Commander Derrit. How are you doing this fine morning?
I'm doing outstanding, sir, but
I would be doing much better if I had my morning snack.
well, you know where the kitchens are, bro, right? You can anyways, I come with troubling news. We just received word that the Red Dragon Army has taken control of our southernmost fort at Wheelwatch Outpost.
That's most heinous.
It is. It is the opposite of righteous.
Oh, we should go do something about it.
Well, all right. Well, here we're already working on a thing. Raven, she's been aiding the military and stuff, and it's not commander. Is it major? Anyways, Vendry gave her command of a small force of troops to retake the outpost, but they're not exactly the most experienced. So, we were hoping, we want you guys to join Raven and support her in retaking the fort.
That sounds like a job for me.
Precisely, my friend.
Oh, you're gonna take it all back by yourself?
That's the plan.
Well, I don't know about that. That's probably not the best idea. But yeah.
Hey, Custard had a plan too.
Who? Anyways, yeah, Raven's gonna be down in the council chambers later on, and you guys should meet up with her this afternoon, and you guys can kind of start put together a plan.
I just told you the plan.
Put it together with her. But I say, we may want to actually go down ahead of them and do some stealth reconnaissance before they get there, but we will discuss that with her when we see her.
I guess it depends how much time between.
Yeah, I mean,
Are they having that meeting now or when?
nah, she wanted to meet with you guys this afternoon.
Oh yeah, might have some time.
I'll have to check my schedule. And then I'm going to pull out a book and start flipping through it and go, oh, good. It's clear.
I'll also be amused to see Nibs try to take it by himself.
He has fireball now.
No. Nibs is saying that his plan is to be the leader of this.
Oh.
My city go.
Which in Nibs' mind means he's going to sit in the chair and watch.
Oh well.
Drinking a refreshment with a little umbrella in it.
Yeah, he thinks he doesn't have to do anything except for tell other people what to do. So he's like, yeah, I could totally do that.
Rumble, hopefully your god can heal this guy too whenever he gets his butt handed to him.
All right. So that afternoon, you're able to go and meet with Raven. She's like, all right, thanks for joining me here. So
It's our honor.
very good, very good. We'll watch Outpost. It's about 24 miles southeast of Calaman. It's been taken by the Red Dragon Army.
Yeah, the plan's for us to fix that.
Well, that's not the plan. That's why you're here, so that we can go over the plan.
So our plan is to not fix that.
The plan... Well, we're here to discuss the plan.
The plan is that they took it over. Our plan is to fix that.
Yes, but how?
So then why did you disagree with me a minute ago?
This is a sketch of Wheel Watch Outpost.
All right.
I'm just gonna cut out in a weird way, but that's okay. That's fine. Don't need to leave that up there, but so right now the Red Dragon Army is taking control of it. So this is a north to south map. The northwest tower is the tallest tower. It rises another 20 feet above the 20-foot tall walls. And it can see pretty well for miles around the fort. Let's see what else. So all four of the corner fortifications are equipped with alarm horns that sentries would use to raise alarms. I mean, that's what our guys did. It's likely the Dragon Army soldiers will use similar tactics. Speaking of Dragon Army soldiers, we're not sure how many are there. But what what I'm thinking is, yeah, were you thinking like a stealth approach? Like if you guys could sneak in somehow and raise the gates. So if you look on the map here, there's gates to the north and south, but they're locked and controlled by these winch mechanisms. If you guys, would somehow be able to, sneak in there without raising the alarm, you could open the gates and then we can come in, or I don't know. Did you guys what were you thinking?
I was thinking we go ahead and we do stealth up. I say that we try to sneak in and we open up the gates, and I say that your people will come in two assaults, one from the north and one from the south, and then we overwhelm them and we kill them.
Yeah, that's a fun plan and all, but I have a better plan.
Yes. Go ahead and go get your breakfast, or your second breakfast, or your third breakfast.
No, seriously, I have a better plan.
I've heard your plans. Okay, and then we can, and I keep on going on and on and
Alright.
Raven just kind of rolls her eyes and like looks over at Nibs expectantly while Bannon prattles on. She's used to Kender.
So my plan is, instead of worrying about opening the gates at all, we can tunnel under the walls.
You got a spell for that?
I absolutely do. Remember I dug a trench in the ramparts? It's the same spell.
Very nice.
Okay, and how exactly do you expect to pull that off without alerting anyone there?
we start 3 miles away.
we just have to pick the right spot.
It's the secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Secret
Yeah,
tunnel.
do you have any idea how long it took you just to do that trench going across the village? And if you want to do a tunnel, you want to be like underground. Yeah, I don't think you have time for that.
Are these whoops, I'm trying to ping it.
I mean, unless you're like
and-
right up by the wall and try to like go under there, but
That's the idea, is be right up on the wall and go under it.
But then they'd see us by then.
That's why I say we got to pick the right spot. We got to pick a blind spot in their vision.
So someplace that's not on the 4 walls.
Man, it would have been a great time to take invisibility.
Oh, yes,
I know, it would have been an excellent time to take it. You know what would have been really handy? If I didn't swap out Misty Step for Thunder Step. That would have been really...
There's nothing about our spell loadout that's stealthy.
well,
He's like, why did you guys gain a level? And I'm like, sweet, I could get rid of Misty Step and take Thunder Step. And then he's like, here's a perfect chance to use Misty Step and not Thunder Step. Fuck.
And Peter's stuff is a lot of lightning and thunder. Oh,
Because, Thunder Step is quiet and all, with its, loud thunderous boom that can be heard from 300 feet away.
yeah, it's very stealthy.
super stealthy.
But
Could work okay during a storm.
I do have another idea. I have both command and suggestion. We could always just walk up to the gate and try to command or suggest that they open the gate for us and let us in.
Open the gate.
I mean, why make this harder than it has to be? We just walk up and go, "Hey, let us in." And magically they go, okay. Literally, magically, they go, okay.
And then what if that doesn't work? At
Then we move on to plan B, which is we walk away and come back with a new plan.
You think they're
Just
gonna
gonna
let you
say-
walk away? You're gonna be lucky if you're a prisoner. They'd probably kill you on sight.
We would be lucky if we were brought inside to be prisoners, because then we could kill the guards that are trying to take us prisoner and open the gate. No, wait, they would open the gate to bring us in, so we're great. This is a great plan. I don't see any flaws.
Oh, God.
Okay, maybe leave this one to the tacticians.
Did you
If
see
it
my-
doesn't
But
work,
perhaps
so-
perhaps there is a
what's
way you could
So
walk
what's
right up
the
to the
plan
gate.
if it doesn't work?
If-
That's what I said. We could walk up to the gate and tell them to let us in.
And why would they not just kill you on sight?
Because we're dressed as traveling merchants.
Approaching a military installment. You think they
I
will?
also
Then we're gonna be dressed as people that are there to resupply the military. We're gonna bring a wagon and tell them it's full of food.
I also have a sleep spell, so I can try and pick someone to make them fall asleep, and then use that to our advantage. So like,
What
if
are you
there's,
talking
like-
about? The wall goes all the way around the fort, and then there's 2 gates.
well, like, if there's someone's got to be like patrolling the walls, right? Up on the very top of the walls.
Right, we would imagine so.
You would just target one of those guys. And then they could do the whole mold earth thing. Go right through. I feel it's an option. I don't know how good of an option it is, but I also have levitate. I can levitate over one of the gates. But also these at least Nibs is getting some food.
And then Lewis,
I just sat back down.
it looks like Lewis had to leave.
Oh. Well, I don't know if you heard anything that I said, but basically I was saying like I could try and make someone that's patrolling the wall fall asleep. And then we can use that mold earth thing to get through the wall. While that person's asleep and no one's looking. And I also have levitate. And I could just go over one of the gates. So, a couple different options.
I like my plan and just tell them to open the gate.
Oh boy.
I think that's a simple plan A. And if they say no, then we go on to plan D.
Yeah, they'll start quoting Monty Python at us. Well, I don't think. Are we doing that reconnaissance right now, or are we in the meeting that we have this sketch?
You're in the meeting right now,
Okay, I understand.
and it's a sketch, so it's not 100% accurate. But essentially, like, Raven describes the fort as having 20-foot tall walls. The corner towers on the southwest and southeast of the structure raise rise 10 feet above the walls, while that northwest tower rises 20 feet above the walls. And then that northeast section is another like guard station and also has the barracks. She mentions that there's along the western inside the courtyard is where there's a prison area, a storage area, a stables area, and then the structure to the south east inside the courtyard is the kitchen.
Raven, why'd you draw that dead horse in the stables?
Well, I didn't draw this. It was Vinny. Vinny drew this.
Why is there a dead horse? Vinny.
We can ask him when we see him. He's not in the meeting.
Oh, okay. It's got very detailed.
Mm-hmm. It's very rough sketch.
For a rough sketch, there's a lot of detail.
Okay. And then also I think where's that other knight friend of yours, Sir Levna. I think she should go with you as well.
Yeah, sure. Definitely happy to have the muscle along.
Excellent. All right. So I've got a small force that it's gonna take us about 8 hours to march from here down to Wheelwatch Outpost. We can give you guys some advance time. I don't know how much advance time you want to do recon or whatnot, but yeah, once we get into position, then we can start the plan. You guys can slip in, or however you're planning on doing it. I'm not totally confident in your methods, but I'm really hoping it'll work.
I am totally confident in my methods.
I mean,
We have gotten results thus far.
that's very true. I just, it's too bad we can't like this.
100% of my plans work 60% of the time.
It's just too bad we don't have like any disguises or anything.
We could always go find more of these guys, kill them, and take their clothes. But I think they would look a little baggy on me. Ooh, we could do the 2 halflings in a trench coat routine.
You're not sitting on my shoulders.
Well, there goes that idea.
All right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't really stick around after they die. So wasn't able to like get their
We just got to
scales
take
or-
multiple prisoners
You
and
got-
then kill them.
Well, like the Draconians don't wear like the armor, and when they do, yeah, then that goes away. But there are human soldiers. You guys fought goblin soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Goblins, are small. They would wear armor that would be easily, at least, adjustable, like to the armor or whatnot.
Didn't one of our party members take some Red Dragon Army armor? Some like
They-
leather armor?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Could wear that. And we can be the prisoners?
That's an idea. I'm not sure. I think it is either Bannon or Brimble who grabbed it up.
it would make sense if Brimble had it, and he just brought a bunch of short people as prisoners.
And there was all that, armor back at the farmhouse.
Hmm. Oh, I don't know how he would do just like talking to them though,
Yeah,
because physically he looks like he might be the part, but then he opens his mouth.
You don't think I could disguise myself up to look like a goblin?
I've never seen you disguise yourself before.
I could totally pull it off.
Well, we'd like to get going on this as soon as possible. How much time do you need?
Do we just want to allow Nibs to try to dress up as a goblin and see if it's convincing enough? And if not, we'll just go.
Well, I was before actually heading out to go off and do anything. I was gonna probably wait till next time when everyone's here.
Yeah,
But
I figured.
I was gonna say, if there are like any preparations that you need to make while you're in the city before you head out, anything, how much time do you need?
We're gonna try to make sure Ricky's got plate mail for this.
Well, he will not.
I want to go to an armorer and see how long it would take to make a recreation of the Red Dragon Army armor that we have now, like made out of leather. Did they want to go today?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, what skill do you need me to use to do a disguise for disguise kit? And does anybody have a disguise kit Nibs can use to dress himself up to look like a goblin?
Peter does not. At least I don't think so. Let me double check.
Nibs is not proficient in disguise kits. He doesn't have a disguise kit. What he has is confidence. And that is it.
I do not have a disguise kit.
If you notice, no matter what modifier I have to it, Nibs thinks he can do it and do it well. So, I'm not metagaming. He just thinks he's good at everything.
Oh boy.
He's just better at some stuff than others, but he thinks he's good at it all.
Well then.
Oh, I have a bottle of green.
This is funner because I'm not doing that. Well, I don't want to do it because I'm not proficient in it and all that. No, I'm gonna give it a shot. Whether I'm getting a -1 or a +6, I'm gonna try. Why not? It's way more fun this way.
All right. So, I suppose we'll end there with the team kind of.
No, I want to do the disguise kit thing.
Oh, you want to? Well, so it's gonna take like 8 hours of travel to get down there. You don't want to like do the disguise once you're closer. You want to do it before leaving the city? Because
Yeah, I gotta get myself dressed up and ready to go.
Well, you can go buy a disguise kit in the city market, and then we'll do the check for it next time so that we don't forget about the results today.
What is going to be the skill modifier for check.
I have
Or the ability modifier.
I have no idea. I have to look at it. Never really done anything with
Okay.
My guess would be charisma or dexterity, because like you're applying
probably
the
charisma, but I
makeup.
think it's like a deception check.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in deception. This is going good.
But it's also you'd be using like the tool. You don't have proficiency, so you wouldn't get anything from that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's probably that. I don't think it's performance. I think it's more. I mean, you're trying to disguise yourself.
Look up the rules for using tools and kits and stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But
this is my shenanigans I'm up to.
oh, okay. Let's look real quick. Using a disguise. I'll just type in.
Nibs is like meant for this kind of stuff. He's really sneaky. He can steal and sleight of hand, and
Okay.
he's good at lying. So he's kind of built for this kind of stuff. Just he brags about being good at everything, so you don't know what he's actually good at.
Come on. There we go. Almost there. Oh. Alright, disguise kit. It's deception. Oh, I guess there's different ways to use it. Deception to, well, you're trying to use it to weave a convincing lies. You're trying to disguise yourself as a goblin. Performance, persuasion. No. But, oh, yeah, so as part of a long rest, you can create a disguise. It takes you 1 minute to don such a disguise once you have created it. You can carry only one such disguise on you at a time without drawing undue attention unless you have a bag of holding or a similar method to keep them hidden. Each disguise weighs 1 pound. Yeah. So as part of a long rest, you would have. So you wouldn't even have time to create the disguise to look like a goblin.
Boo. So we're back to me just going up to the door and telling him to open the door.
I mean, you can definitely.
My entire plan is reliant on the failing a saving throw.
It's relying on a lot more than that because, like, I mean, command is a one-word action, and that goes away relatively quickly.
Suggestion is more than one word.
Suggestion is more than one word, but it has to sound reasonable. It has to be a reasonable sounding suggestion. And just saying, hey, you guys should open the gate is not a reasonable suggestion.
I disagree on that because in suggestion, it flat out says you can tell a knight to sell his horse to the first person he sees. That doesn't sound reasonable either.
You can make it sound reasonable. To a knight, he's giving up his horse to someone less fortunate than himself. He's doing something chivalrous, something honorable. It's all in the context and how you use the spell. Yeah, I know the wording for suggestion. I'm very familiar with it. I set up page around that spell and haven't had a chance to use it because Ricky's only throwing undead at us.
How much is some rope?
Rope is cheap.
Because I definitely want to get some rope.
You don't have rope as part of your pack?
No, I took like the I forget which one I took, but it didn't have rope in it.
You probably took a scholar's pack because
Mm.
scholars don't need rope. What the fuck are you even talking about rope for?
I mean, we just had a
You
situation
need books
where we
and
needed
pens and
Oh.
paper. You don't need rope.
look. I need to tie things.
Got
I know. I
it.
was looking. We were just talking about tying the dude up earlier. I was like, "Crap! I don't have rope. Why don't I have rope? Oh yeah, because I have pen and paper."
I actually don't think I have pen and paper. I forgot which one I took that I don't have that.
I thought that you got it with just with your background, like as part of. Don't you
Right?
have like the?
Where's my background? Urchin?
Oh, maybe not. Never mind. So regular rope is 1 steel for 50 feet. Otherwise, you can get silk rope for 10 steel.
No, I'm gonna get 2 lengths of 50 feet of rope. So 2 gold.
That's a crazy amount of rope.
That
Yeah.
is.
At least I will always have more than enough rope.
I have 2 lengths of 12-foot rope and a length of 6-foot rope, and that's a crazy amount of rope.
Probably don't want to know.
It's really nice. It's really nice rope too.
I just want to be able to tie up people when I need to.
Then what you
That
want is Japanese silk rope.
Listen, I'm not Mr. Moneybags over here. I don't need Gucci. I don't need Gucci rope.
But it's not abrasive on the skin.
Oh boy, I'm not familiar with that region of Kryn. Uh,
My wife is ready to come across the room and hit me.
oh boy. All right, I think that's as good a place as any to close this out.
Already.
So
I don't know what the problem is. I'm trying to be helpful here.
you're being very helpful. We're gonna duck out. We're gonna raid out to someone. I'm not sure who yet. So I'll have to find someone to raid to. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next Friday for more Dragonlance. Hopefully we got the whole team back together and can continue the story. Join us Sunday for Mad Mage, or maybe we'll do something else. I have no idea what's going on anymore. And Monday should be back to Defenders of the Veil.
No, we're going to be doing Mad Mage.
Okay, Mad Mage.
I have a lot of work before we're ready to do something other than Mad Mage.
Ridiculous. I'm just messing. Okay, Mad Mage on Sunday, and then Monday should be Defenders of the Veil, unless what's keeping Ricky from joining us tonight extends over the weekend, then we'll see. We might be returning to Strixhaven early, or maybe we'll do something else. But all right, everyone. See you Sunday. Have a good night. We love you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Good night, everybody.